All right. I'm gonna. Hold on, I'll take the one out. Hold on 1 second. I just gotta turn this phone off. What is your name?
What's good, Giza? My name's G Bamra.
Where you from, bro?
London.
And what brings you up, London?
I just find I think this is quite interesting. Are you trying to say that the response to comparing the response to Charlie Kirk to George Floyd, it's like on one end of the spectrum, there were riots, looting, robbing, damages, quite a lot of violence, but with regards to the response to Charlie Kirk, it's more the response to Charlie Kirk was more respectful, more caring, and not as violent as what the George Floyd right. So is that what you're trying to say?
You're very intelligent. What is the worst thing that happened in response to Charlie Kirk?
I do actually know the worst thing that happened in response to Charlie Kirk was that Ben Shapiro took over Turning Point.
Gotcha. Okay.
And like with regards to George Floyd, I mean, like, was it unfortunate how what happened to him? Yeah, of course it was. But at the same,
I'm not talking about how they died. I'm talking about the response, right?
the
You came
response.
up here and you point out the obvious, right? You basically read the room correctly and pointed out the difference in the two responses, right? But I don't understand where do we go from here?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know myself. I thought there's gonna be a further disagreement, but I mean,
Wait, what is there to agree with? Like disagree with? Excuse me. What are we doing?
I don't know. I'm just
there were looting, there were fires, there were officers hurt, there were billions of dollars of damage on one side, and the other side prayed more.
Yeah. I mean, I completely get what you're saying. So you see you see how each side of the spectrum has had different responses. What would be your solution to effectively make sure that the left doesn't go as crazy? Because I mean, the left has done some really crazy stuff. I personally can't believe George Floyd is one thing, but I can't believe they swept the Antifa riots under the rug as well.
I don't think anybody on the left is going to listen to me. That's for damn sure. But the good news is that the left is a dying party in this country. And every time major events happen, they lose more and more people. And then in between those major events, the left, for some reason, decides to defend men playing in women's sports.
Yeah,
they decide to defend more crime. They decide to defend more illegals in the country.
And less police.
My advice is, without the violence, keep doing exactly what you're doing. Keep doing your bullshit. And the right will become more and more powerful in this country.
So are you an avid supporter of Trump then? I would say. So I got a question for you. Where do you stand on?
Why are you coming up here asking dumbass questions and stating
just for fun, mate? Just for fun.
It's what?
Yeah, just for fun, mate.
But why ask dumbass questions? That's what I don't get. All right, here, hold on. I'm gonna bring two other people up. Let's see if they're any better. SB, where you from?
I'm from Arkansas.
And what brings you up?
Yeah, I think basis of comparison here is like kind of ridiculous. Are we allowed to use like words like murder, or is it?
Just make your point, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Charlie Kirk was murdered by an individual. George Floyd was murdered by a police department, and there was no one to go after. All right, so if we protested Charlie Kirk's murder,
or just hear me out, or fentanyl.
No, that's not true. The coroner said he was murdered.
I got you. Did the fentanyl help or hurt him that day?
No, I mean the fentanyl didn't kill him. It's a totally ridiculous.
Just answer the question. Did the fentanyl
That's
help?
a white supremacist lie, dude. That's all that is.
The coroner said he was murdered.
That's white supremacists always use tactics to divert away from what they're doing. I'm gonna let your brother say. I'm gonna let him talk. I'm gonna let him talk, but that's white supremacist babble, bro. That's all what that is.
Of course. Can you answer me directly though? Just once again, take
I'm
my
gonna let
white
SB go. I'm
supremacy
gonna let
out of
SB
it.
go, and I'm gonna wait my turn, sir, because you.
Wait, no, I'm
panel,
asking you a question right now.
Yeah.
Your bitch ass wanted to interject, so
Yeah,
now
because
your
it's white
bitch ass is
supremacist
going to
babble.
interject. So
Yeah.
do you
Why?
think, just point blank, just yes or no, please?
Yes or no to what?
Do you think the fentanyl that day helped him? Yes or
Did
no?
it help him? I don't even know if he was really on fentanyl.
What? Yes or
That's
no?
just white supremacist babble. See, one
I'm
thing
so
about
sorry.
white.
How
Wait,
is
hold
it
on,
white
sir.
supremacy?
That he was
Well, I don't
One
want to
thing
get rude to
about white
anybody, but this bitch
supremacists.
ass in the top right. So the other two, you go on mute or leave.
Yeah. But
I
one
must
thing about
ask,
white. Yeah. One
how?
thing.
Just point
Go ahead.
blank. Answer me directly. How is talking about George Floyd having fentanyl in his system white supremacy?
We don't even know if that was true. See
How
that?
do you
So
know?
that's the thing, because white supremacists, they lie all day. That's their premises, is to lie and bring up stats that don't even prove true. That's white supremacy, sir. That you guys been doing that since the Confederates. I'm not. See, you can play games with young
I
people,
don't.
bro, but you can't play the games with me.
Wait,
See, I'm a
wait,
different
hold on,
type of
hold on.
person, bro.
I
That's a bit
just wait.
ridiculous.
I just
Okay.
said I just want to hear from this bitch ass. The other two go on mute or leave, and I don't understand why you're not following directions. All right. What the hell is your name? Where are you from, bro?
BVR, man. I'm from California.
All right. And are you? My frustration is not necessarily with you. I go on two different platforms just about every morning, and it is amazing to me how many people there are like you in this country, and it's scary, it's embarrassing,
Yeah.
and it's eye opening to me that there are people that come up here and say things like talking about if George Floyd had fentanyl in his system is white supremacy, or talking about how black people in this country are responsible for over half the murders in our country is racist. Numbers can't be racist. Facts aren't
But
racist.
that's all. I mean, but that's all babble. That's all white. Because
Babble?
I mean,
I don't even understand
yeah, it's mayo babble. Look. Let me be honest
Mayo
about.
babble. Let me
But
write that
let me
down.
say this.
Mayo
That's
babble.
mayo babble. Let
That
me
should
say
be on a
this.
fucking t-shirt. Mayo babble.
Let me.
Okay. Go
Because
ahead.
because I mean, even if you look at the 1950s, the white
Okay.
supremacists always used that terminology of black people always do crime. They're half of the crime. That's to divert away for your crime. See, one thing
Okay,
about
but
white
just
supremacists. Wait,
hold on.
hold on.
VVR,
Wait.
VVR.
Go ahead, brother.
Just very simply, if somebody came up to you and said, "Look, black people are responsible for over half the murders in this country," is that true or not true?
That's not true. That's white supremacy, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tell me why.
one thing,
Tell me why it's not
it's
true.
all because stats is white. One thing about it, when you talk about the FBI stats, do you actually think that black people is going to believe the same FBI that unalive a lot of our leaders? So you guys
Interesting.
believe that because you guys are a part of that two group white supremacy group. FBI and the CIA is the main white supremacists of this country. It's that
Interesting.
simple. And you think I'm gonna agree with FBI stats, the same people that unalive my people, bro? Do you want me to believe those stats? See, you will believe it because that's your people. I don't. We don't believe it. See, but you see
But
the
it's not like
difference,
there's a
brother. You
white
see the
guy
difference,
running the FBI, right?
bro. The FBI and the CIA is two main white supremacist groups. Those are the main
Okay.
ones. So, do you want me to believe those stats that come from them? The same ones that unalive what? I can Bobby Seale, Malcolm X. I can keep on going on I can keep on going on and going on, brother. I can at least name 50 of them that y'all under live. Your people, the CIA
Right.
and the FBI. So you want me to believe those stats? So you want me to believe them?
I get your point that the FBI, the CIA, white supremacists, but
Those are
I
the
think
main white supremacists.
the mean, okay, they're top notch. Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. But that's why we're fucked as a country, because we have morons like you that come up here and say facts are no longer facts, numbers are no longer numbers, numbers are racist, and it just, where do we go? We have zero chance. You could have an opinion and I could have an opinion, right? We could have an opinion on who is the greatest NBA player to play the game. All right. And we could have that dialogue, and we could, state our sides on why you think it's Michael and I think it's Kobe or whomever it is. But the facts are the facts. And if if and it's just not you. Once again, there's a shit ton of people just like you. If you can't acknowledge facts, we are fucked.
And we should be.
My perspective is the black community is never going to get better. Because if you can't acknowledge the problems within that community are never going to be fixed.
I mean, but this is the thing. I mean, like I said, the white supremacist government, because this government, I don't care if it's ran by Democrats or Republicans, it's always.
But we had a black president. We had a black.
You had a black tether that's from Kenya. He wasn't.
Wait, hold on. Let me write that one down. A black what?
Yeah. You had a black person that was from Kenya.
No, what did you say? A black tether?
Yeah, tether. He's an immigrant.
What's that? What's a black tether? I've heard that before. I think Sharon's used that term before. What is a black tether?
Yeah, tether is somebody who cosplay Black America but don't come from the lineage of Black Americans. See, the thing is that white supremacy, they will use black immigrants like Candace Owens, because she's Caribbean, to spew the black anti-black talking points, but she's not from the lineage of who we are. See, so white supremacy, they use black immigrants to infiltrate Black America. See, it's deep, dude. See, you're talking to a person that understands America, and I love America. I'm from America. My family came in California in the 1950s. My family is from Louisiana and Arkansas. I love America. I'm not a person that say I hate America. I just hate the white supremacists that run America. See, I didn't say white people. See, that's a difference. I said the white supremacists that run America. That's the one that.
You think Barack Obama was a white supremacist?
He was a white supremacist.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. I did not know that. I was under the impression that he was not. But okay, I learned something.
He was a Kenyan. He was an immigrant, but he was a black Kenyan. Because one thing about it is that a lot of these black immigrants, when they come over here, they have the same talking points and the same rhetoric as the white supremacists, because they don't really come from our lineage. See, lineage is important. You come from where you come from, brother? I mean, where you come from, my man?
My whole family came, like both sides, my mom's side and my dad's side, they were in Ireland.
So you Ireland? Okay, you're an immigrant.
No, I'm Irish. But
Irish.
Yes, Ireland, yes.
And you're an immigrant.
I was born here in the States, but my grandparents were.
Okay, I understand that. And that's the thing. Let's be honest. The Irish, they had compulsory justice, right? The Irish was doing bad in the early 1900s, especially in New York and Boston and everything. And then
some people say Irish people were the first slaves. So whenever people are bitching about reparations, I believe, and I don't know if you agree, I believe I should be first in line for reparations.
Nah, they already gave you guys justice within it was slavery. Nah, I'm gonna agree. Some Irish was, they was doing bad. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I'm not gonna denounce the culture of Ireland people. Yeah. But at the end of the day, they let you guys come into whiteness, though. They let you guys come.
How do you let somebody come to whiteness? What does that mean?
Because one thing about it is that in the early 1920s, just like the Italians was running narcotic schemes and drug-related crimes and unaliving each other. They was doing the same thing. The Irish was doing the same thing. That's why you have New York, Boston. You have all these mobsters. But America understood that whiteness. They had to get y'all under whiteness. They had to pretty much incorporate you guys under the banner of white America. And they gave you guys what? They gave you guys.
God, they did, I guess, right? I don't
know.
Yeah,
and that's what they did, because you wasn't white until the 1920s. You guys were still immigrants. If you talk about Italians and Irish, y'all was immigrants. That white America looked at you guys like, they used to call you guys names. Let's be honest, dude. Like, can we be honest, or that's just a lie?
No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
So am I getting reparations? Yes or no?
Are you getting reparations? You already got your reparations.
Oh, okay. So let's just fast forward to current day, right? And I don't know. I get very frustrated with people like you. Whenever facts are facts, but you come up here and say it's white supremacy. Can you at least acknowledge that there is a violent crime and a gun problem within the black community? Can you acknowledge that?
I can for sure acknowledge it's a gun problem. It's a gun problem and violent crime. But the thing is, what's the foundation of that crime and what happened? That's why I say CIA is the main white supremacist. Because if it wasn't for them, If it wasn't for them, they would have never flooded the urban areas with drugs and guns. See, I look at the foundation of everything. I don't look at what happens after. Because whatever
Right.
happens after, yes, it's our problem. We got to fix it. But what was the foundation of it? See, because you guys never look at the first of what happened. You guys just look at the outcome. See, nah, I'm not with that, bro. I don't just look at the outcome of it.
Okay, so are you saying that the things that are going on are justified because of the long history of our country?
It's not. Oh, you talk about in black crime, like urban area. I'm not
Yeah,
black
yeah,
crime.
yeah,
Crime
yeah.
is crime. I don't look at. I don't say black crime. Crime is crime. People, everybody
Okay,
does
crime
crime.
done by black people, is that better?
No, it's not better.
Oh,
It's not.
okay.
No. Just like white crime is not better. I mean, you guys just had 10 shootings in the last week, dude. But you guys always look at the attention of
Wait,
black
what?
people. You
White
guys don't.
people? Wait, where do you? I'm sure. I'm not. I'm sure there were 10 white people that did a shooting in the last week. I guarantee you, it's actually more than that. But where did you get that specific stat from?
Oh, of the crime stats of
Yeah,
white society.
yeah.
I mean, we could just look at it overall because a lot of the white crimes is underappreciated. It's not even there. That's the thing. See, that's what I'm trying to say. And you're right. Look, urban area crimes. I'm gonna be honest. We do have to take responsibility as a black society. I agree. No, I do agree with you on that. But the talking point comes at it when white society try to use that as a talking point to make them feel better, to not acknowledge their crime in their society. See, it's all a deflection. It's not in reality. And you
But
guys is not trying to change nothing anyway. See, when you guys talk about black crime, you guys is not you're not sending no money and resources to black impoverished areas. You're just talking about it just to make yourself feel good about it.
But
See,
for
so you're not
instance,
trying to change nothing.
whenever Donald Trump said, "Look, there's a gun problem in Washington D.C. I want to send in the National Guard to save black lives and American lives," there was pushback from Democrats, which I don't get. So you say, look, you guys are not sending in resources, but when the sitting president of the United States sent in resources and they worked, right? Gun deaths went down, violent crimes went down. There was pushback. Why?
Oh, pushback what? Are you talking about like the National Guard coming in, or are you what are you
Yes,
talking
from the
about?
National Guard coming in, the Democrats, the media, they were criticizing the sitting president of the United States. Why?
Yeah, I disagree with that. I think that some of these cities actually need some type of police enforcement because the police enforcement don't really do the job. A lot of people talk about Chicago. Chicago don't arrest people. They just let people just unalive people. They don't really do their job like that. See, that's the thing. They let people just go unreported. A lot of these young black kids with these AR-15s, and to be honest, I don't even know where they're getting it from because how are these 14-year-old kids getting AR-15s, bro? With 100-round drums. Tell me about that. How are they getting these guns in these urban areas? They can't even afford them. They 14, 15 years old.
So, what is your
See, but
answer
you're
to
not
that?
going to acknowledge that though. But you acknowledge black crime. You guys,
I don't have.
that's what I'm trying to say, brother.
Stop.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just tell me, how are the 14-year-olds getting the guns? Is it the white people? I'm guessing you're going to blame.
Where is it coming from? Because we don't own no manufacturing companies. We don't own no gun manufacturing companies.
So because white people own the gun companies, we're blaming the white people?
No, I'm saying where are they coming from? I'm asking you. Like, where do you think they're coming from?
Oh, I'm intrigued on the answer.
So if white people own damn near 95 of the gun manufacturing companies in America, where do you think they coming from?
So because a 14-year-old black kid went and stole a gun, it's the white people's fault?
Stole what gun? What gun are they? How are they getting them?
Right, because they can't walk into a gun show or a gun shop and get a gun. So
exactly.
Either somebody bought it and gave it to them, or they stole it. Right?
How can you buy an AR? How can a 14-year-old kid? Let's be honest for a minute, brother. Like, and I understand where you're coming from because I do agree with some points of you saying. I'm not even disagreeing.
But where am I inaccurate? In your mind, where are the 14-year-olds getting the guns from? Do you think white people are just handing black kids guns on Halloween instead of candy?
I think that they have a network. I think they really have a network, an underground network, where a lot of these guns are sold way cheaply than what they are. And I think this white manufacturer, it's not only white, it's a lot of Latinos. Let's be honest. It's a lot of these illegal immigrants that you guys let in the country. Let's be honest. White society let all these illegal immigrants in the country. And a lot of those resources is going to them. A lot of them have Mexican drug cartel connections. So they come through Chicago, come through all these black neighborhoods, especially California, bro. I'm from LA. I seen it. So you can't get over there with me, bro. Like, I seen where the guns coming from. They coming on trains. They coming from the Mexican mafia. They coming from these cartel members. So yeah, dude, like, I seen where the guns is coming from, because I already knew that we couldn't get no AR for no $20. You can, in LA back in the day, you could get an AR for $50.
Okay. Let's just bring the macro view back into focus just for a second, okay?
Okay, let's do it.
What's not different about you is you coming up here compared to some people that come up here. What's not different is you saying that numbers can be racist and that the FBI and the CIA are racist. That's not different for me. But what is different is the one thing that I picked up on that you said was that you agree that more law enforcement helps with less crime. Usually, whenever they sit there and say that the FBI, the CIA, and all the white people are racist, they don't want more law enforcement. So why are you different there?
Are you talking about like the laws for? Say that one more time, bro.
You said
say that one more time.
You agree? Let's just clarify. More law enforcement, whether it's the National Guard or more cops on the street, cuts down on violent crimes and gun violence. Do you agree with that statement?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So most people that come up and start with the FBI numbers are they're a lie or they're fake, and that the FBI and the CIA and Barack Obama is white supremacy. They never acknowledge that more law enforcement on the streets is a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing. Because we can't govern ourselves. We don't have the laws. We don't have the laws for us to govern ourselves. See, I think that if black society and black men can govern themselves, I think a lot of these neighborhoods will be cleaned up by now. And it's gonna. I'm being honest though. If we can actually govern ourselves to the point where it's not gonna be no law enforcement, even if we have to unalive some stuff. But I think that would be. I'm being honest though.
Okay. Recap. You say you agree that more law enforcement will help. Then we're going to the way other side and saying, listen, if we just get rid of the police department, there will be zero to little crime. Explain.
I don't agree. But see, yeah, because we don't have any law that's going to protect ourselves for protecting our community. So right now, the cops is needed. No. I disagree with that.
Oh, okay.
I disagree with that. Hell nah. That's it. Because we don't have no protections to actually try to govern our communities. We really don't. So we're really looking at the state to do it, or the city, and they don't do a great job. But if that's the case, no cop should be left. Hell yeah, do your job. I would say cops don't need to do their job. Yeah.
I have a question for you. If you look at the map of the United States and you know California's on the West Coast, if I just put a pen in the middle of the state of California and drew a straight line across the United States all the way to the Atlantic Ocean, and I said starting on October 1st, all the black people go south, all the white people remain north of that line, would the South survive? Once again, it's only black people down there.
Yeah, without any government assistance, because, I mean, let's be honest, we don't really have government assistance right now, but without any government assistance and you guys have the government behind you guys, it's going to be difficult for to survive. We can do it, but it's going to be real difficult. I'm going to be honest. Because you guys have the resources. You guys have the resources behind you guys, though. You guys have the resources. You got to understand. Because if you talk about splitting America, you guys have the resources to back you guys still. We don't. So
what are you talking about? All the black people go south. All the white people stay north. In the South, there's nice areas. There's terrible areas. I think it would be pretty even, right? You could name great cities in the South, great cities in the North. I why wouldn't you? You're saying that if you guys are left to yourselves, it would be better. So you're going to be to yourselves.
No, it would be more difficult. It would be difficult to create something that was, because you got to create from scratch. We are Black America. We don't really get no handouts, bro, because they give all the handouts to Asians and the small hats, then the Latinos. So we're the only really ones that really fend for ourselves. That's why we're great people. We don't really get too many handouts. People talk about welfare and all this. We don't really create. We don't. Yeah, back in the day, we did get a lot of welfare. Now we don't get that like that no more. You got a lot of Mexicans and all these other immigrant groups that come over here and try to benefit off our resources that we created. So it would be difficult. I'm gonna say it would be. I'm not gonna say that we would lose. It would be difficult, bro. Let me be saying that. I'm gonna say this right now. It will be real difficult. We don't have the engineers, the scientists. We don't have the creators. We have some good creators. But
wait, I thought Black people created this country or built this country.
I mean, you know that.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't around, so I really don't know.
I mean, you know the history of this. Come on, man. You know the history.
Yeah, but I have Black people come up here and tell me that black people built the pyramids. How's that possible? Like, do you agree with that?
The pyramids?
Yeah.
Well, in Egypt? I mean, it's possible. I mean, if you go to Egypt, they got Black people all in Egypt. What are you talking about?
Yo, can I get in here?
But go ahead, brother.
SB, what do you got, SB?
You know what? Yo, I had a good talk with you. I ain't gonna sit here. You actually is fair. I've been a lot of these platforms. It's not that fair, but you actually been a low key fair.
No, what I'm trying to do, honestly, is I'm trying to understand why the fuck people say the things that they do, and I can never understand why. People sit here and say that facts and numbers are racist. That's what I don't get, and I'm just trying to figure that out. That's my mission. SB, what do you have to add to the conversation?
Dude, I wanted to come up here and debate you so bad, but when we have Black men like VVR embarrassing his community like that and being an Uncle Tom and arguing against himself and his community, nothing I say would ever help that community ever. And VVR, you are the reason that your community is on a downfall. Because you do and say shit like this, and you should be embarrassed of yourself.
How? What did I say?
You should be ashamed of yourself talking down to your own community.
You just said that there's no scientists, we don't have engineers, we don't have...
No, I didn't say we didn't have...
You got nothing.
See, no. I know. See, you guys are... See, he talking about an Uncle Tom. I didn't never say...
You're literally an
What
Uncle
are you
Tom.
talking about, dude? No, first of all, he said that
You
if
definitely
you split...
insinuated that.
All right, just hold on one
I
second.
didn't say we didn't have
SB
none.
and V are talking. Just hold on. Go ahead, V. Defend yourself.
Yeah. He said, no, we have some. But when you talking about if you split America in half and you leave us alone, we don't have the resources and the capabilities like the Anglo-Saxons.
Why,
we don't.
why wouldn't we have the capability?
Okay, explain, miss. Explain.
I'm just saying, you up here act like Black people can't thrive in their
I
own,
never said
like,
that. I never said that, but you want to put... Okay,
if
explain.
they separated us, it's always good for... Diversity is always good. But at the same time, if they was to separate the country, having the whites up north, the Blacks down south, we definitely could still maintain.
I never said that. I said it would be more difficult. See, you're not...
You literally said the words, we wouldn't survive.
No. I said it would be difficult.
Did.
I said it would be difficult.
But it may be difficult for you because you're not willing to do anything about it.
Okay, how, miss?
What do you mean how? The same way I have been able to. I know white man helped me out. Everything I got it from out the mud. Like, no white man gets credit for what I do. Like, I have my own business. I make more money than
But that's not everybody. You're talking, but miss, you're talking about one person.
Everybody is not willing to put in the work.
Exactly. So you
okay. Have to want it.
So
there are a lot of people that want it and can do
okay,
it.
you answer me then. Everybody is not so if we split up the half of the country and Black people went down south, first of all, we have to have the same mindset. Let's be honest, some Black people don't have the same mindset as the great ones, as the good ones. And we got to divide that nonsense. See,
I just want to say this. I honestly believe if that happened on October 1st, there would be wealthy, intelligent Black people that would be paying people like me to sneak them up north. That's just the way it is. Okay,
Dude, is this rage bait, bro? Please tell me.
wait, wait, SB. You could sit there and giggle all you want.
Yeah,
How many?
yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let me explain my statement. SB, how many people make it where they get their first big job, or they get a big promotion, or they hit the lottery? What's the first thing they do? They leave the hood. So why
the South isn't the hood, man? The South isn't the hood. What do you mean?
It's about to be on October 1st.
So you're, oh my God. So you're saying only
you could sit there and sigh and do whatever. All right, hold on 1 second. It just says Jen. Jen, where are you from?
I'm from New Orleans.
And what brings you up, kind sir?
Well, I was just listening at first, because I mean I saw your topic, but I was also listening to the guy.
Thank you, love.
VRR.
Yeah, VVR. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just listening to the topic. I was just trying to see, because I mean you said several points. You were saying something, because you said something about Irish. And then I mean you guys pretty much know the history with New Orleans, because I have a little bit of that in my bloodline, but because we mostly Louisiana Creole. But anyways, just some of that stuff he said about the South. I mean, most black people are living in the South right now, so I don't know what he mean by that, because it's called a stroke belt. Like, even if y'all was to check what the stroke belt is, mostly the people that's living in the South, it's called a stroke belt because they have strokes because of the food. But I'm saying most black people are living in the South now.
Okay, so would it be better for black people in general if all the white people went north and all the black people went south?
I mean, the question is
always.
Hold on 1 second, Paul. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
Now you good, bro. I was just saying that. I mean, but that's how it is now. Like, most people that go to Tulane down here, they're from up north, and then they leave once they graduate college. They go back
to
north.
A college campus. What I'm saying is, black people? Go ahead.
No. You. I said that but it's like that now, though, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's not that many black people up north.
Really? You really, like, is that your perception, that you really think that, like, up north it's just like 5% African American up here?
I mean, I would have to see what parts of it, but it's a small percentage. I mean, if you look at the numbers, if they said we make up 40 million of the 13%, which is what, 42 million or 41 million, and you divide that by 50 states, but then you look at like I said, you got to look at the southern states. Most people are in the South. Most black people are in the South. Then you got DC. Yes, that's a big population of black people. All right, but once again, you talk about
you have black people everywhere up north. Any major city is going to have.
It's a small percentage, though. That's a small percentage compared to the South.
That's okay. So just bottom line, is the reason this conversation started is I said to VVR that black people are responsible for over half the murders in this country. Do you agree with that stat?
Well, I mean, you already know that stat was Charlie. Charlie had that stat, and I know why he got the stat from.
I'm so sorry. Do you agree that stat is factual?
I'm about to tell you right now that the stat is not 100% factual when you break the numbers down. However, It is a high number of murders in our community.
Okay.
Because of the close proximity, we already know that. Like, that's not even nothing to.
But
like, I can't debate that.
What's going to happen when all the black people are living in the South? So if you're saying
once again,
go ahead.
Once again, no, you good. Once again, we're living in the South now, and we are having murders now. Like, it's happening now. It's been happening.
Okay, so just using what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, you are saying that there's a lot of black on black crime because black people live amongst black people. What's going to happen when it's 100% black people living amongst black people?
Well, it's not. It's not that. It's the foundation. So I mean, at the end of the day, people are under law. Say it again.
How does that? What you're saying is the reason why black people lead this country in murders, unfortunately, is because a lot of black people live close to other black people, right?
No.
Okay.
No, that's not exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, once again, I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana, right? And I'm gonna keep saying that because when we talk about crime, you saying it's not just because of the closeness. It's also a foundation piece. We don't, for one, the resources. Louisiana is one of the poorest states. So when you think about when you don't have resources, when you put everybody within close, right? You put them in a project. What happens? For one, we have a lot of hate towards one another. So when you say that, it's like, bro,
making my point for me is all of that black on black crime that's going on in Chicago.
No, it's a but.
So why would it stop when everybody goes south on October 1st? Why would it stop?
My man, I don't even know what October 1st is, but what I'm saying is,
was, hold on one second, just to clarify, on October 1st, all the black people go south, all the white people stayed north. So why would the gun violence and the black on black crime stop when it's more of you everybody's down south? So why would that stop?
Why would it stop?
Why would all the yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just it depends. Once again, it depends on, to me, it depends on that particular community, right? And I would say the same thing because I'm not saying that, we know that, you go to Jackson, Mississippi, we got a lot of high crime, which is right next door to us. We go to Alabama, certain parts of Alabama. But once again, at the end of the day, we're talking about people that have the least resources possible, the school system, the education, right? Who built the education system? The Rothschilds, right? So at the end of the day, when you talk about this, my guy, you understand the foundational piece of that. It's a number that has been done. So I'm not blaming white people because you guys are not our savior. But I'm just saying that at the end of the day, you also have to realize the foundational piece of that. Like we have to unlearn to relearn. But you know how long it takes to unlearn?
Unlearn what? Things? What is there to unlearn?
Unlearn the self-hatred that you put, not you, but particularly that was done to certain people, bro. Like,
I'll be honest with you. I feel that there's a lot of black people in this country that they play victim for shit that happened to their ancestors. Like, no, when was the last time you had to go pick some cotton? When was the last time somebody told you to get to the back of the bus? Right?
Yeah. Okay, so
that has never happened, but yet you guys are
Mr. Sir. I don't know your name. Once again, in Louisiana, Louisiana's a red state, right? And you do also understand that Angola, you know what Angola is, right? Angola, they actually, bro, you look up Angola or just go there. They actually pick cotton, bro. It's like a slave plantation all over again.
Okay. So my point to you was, listen, you have
and
never had to
pick cotton. And Angola is privatized, brother.
Oh my God. Okay. And this is why, and I ask this question often, how many more decades will this victim card be valid? Is there an expiration date on this motherfucker?
I don't know, but can you tell me how white folks got rich?
I'm guessing having people like you pick cotton. Is that where we're going with this?
No. It's several.
Okay.
No. We're not going to even go on to picking cotton. It's several things. Just the cotton piece. That's one thing. I mean, because Eli Whitney with the cotton gin, we could go. I don't need to go back that far. I'm telling you, from the 1900s, I need to be able for you to tell me, how did y'all get rich? Not you, but particularly, but how did white folks get rich? Because it's a system in place, right?
Okay.
So you can tell me that. I need you. I know why, but there's several reasons why. But I'm telling you, it's a system. Is it not a system?
I'm not aware of one, but I'm willing to learn right now.
Well, I mean, once again, we don't need to go back to the federal government, the Federal Reserve, which is not owned by the government. We don't need to go to the banking system from JP Morgan Chase. We don't need to go to that. I'm telling you right now, and you understand, you should tell me, how did you guys get rich? Like, it's a system.
Are you, like, what I don't get is statements like that imply that there's no wealthy black people in this country.
That's a small percentage. It's a small percentage of. I mean, we could take Oprah. We could take Robert F. Smith, which is a billionaire. None of those guys don't even equate to one white millionaire of a billionaire. Period. Like you could take all four of all. I think it's all 10 of our most wealthiest rich people. They're nowhere near the money that certain European people have. So we're not going to even go. That doesn't make sense.
I think the problem is there's so many people with your mindset that the white man is holding black people down, etc. That's why you don't have more wealth and more.
Sir, I never said that. I mean, that don't even make any sense because I am the governor of my own family, so I'm not going to even believe. Like I'm not saying that you guys are holding us down. I'm saying that if you level the playing field, because it's not level, can we all agree to that? Can you agree to me to say that the field is not level, sir? You know that
100%
not level.
What are things that I can do that you cannot?
I'll tell you. Can I tell you?
SB, why are you chiming in? I'm asking him directly. Okay, go
it's
ahead.
Not a direct question about what you can and cannot do. It's not. That's not that simple, though. You're trying to make it a black and white thing, like clear, but it's not as clear as that. It's as clear as walking into a store and being looked at and watched versus someone else. It's not as clear as what can you do that I cannot. There is nothing you can technically do that I cannot when it comes to black and white people. But when it comes to white privilege and the things that you're allowed to get away with, that does exist. And I'm a white man, and I won't
like, what am I allowed to get away with? What is a white person allowed to get away with?
Okay, well, as me, when I moved, I grew up in a predominantly
No, I don't want your story. I want just in general in this country, what do white people get away with that black people cannot?
Easily. You can get out of speeding tickets. You can get out of a lot of things. You can get out of having a tent. Yes,
I wish that was the case.
Yes,
I wish that was the fucking case.
You can.
Okay,
It's not the case for every
plenty of
cop. It's
fucking
not the
speeding
case for every cop. It's not
Okay,
the case for every cop, but that is the case in America.
So your first response. Wait,
I can tell you this.
Hold on, stop. So you mean to imply that it's only white people getting speeding tickets?
No, I'm not applying that.
Or only black people?
No, I'm not applying that. No, I'm not applying that.
Okay.
Like I said,
what I'm looking for is hardcore evidence that white people are at the advantage.
And like I said, it's not that clear. And if you can't understand that, that's beyond your knowledge.
It's your opinion.
No, it's not an opinion. It's not an opinion. Okay. It's something that I have lived and seen.
Okay, let me give you an example.
Not grown up in the right places, or you haven't seen the right things. You're uneducated on it, and you're speaking on it, which is ignorant. You don't know anything about it, and you're speaking on it. You're trying to make it black and white, and it's not black and white. It's not as clear as that. No problem. And if you can't understand that, you need to move on.
If I said to somebody, Republicans rule this country, I could give you evidence where we control the House, the Senate, the White House, and the Supreme Court with a supermajority. What evidence can you provide that the system, I think that's what he said, is pro-white?
Okay, so if you're not able to see it, then
hold on, official, please. I don't want to cut you off, bro. But what I was saying,
I don't want to cut you off, but I'm going to cut your bitch ass off. Go ahead.
No. I was because I was speaking, and he, I'm glad that he came. He was trying to get you to understand. But what I'm saying is, because when I say system, because you say something about Republicans. Listen, I don't know if you heard the Ballad of the Bullet by Malcolm X, but Malcolm X was speaking from a Republican standpoint back then, because Donald Trump was a Democrat. You do understand that, right? Because I read most of all Donald Trump.
You're going way off.
I'm telling you.
Let me explain why I made that statement.
That you're saying.
The reason why I made that statement is I was giving an example that if you make a statement, provide the evidence to back it up.
Okay, I'm about to tell you, sir. We never recover from. I don't even need to go on war on drugs, right? Because I think you understand that. You understand all of that, what happened with the Democrats. Because remember, that was I don't want to say racist party, but you know that we never recovered from the crack epidemic, right? In 1988, you understand? 1980.
Yeah,
you understand that.
There are more white people dying of drug overdose in this country today. So are you saying 50 years from now or 30 years from now, we could use that as an excuse to commit more murder?
Sir, once again, and you know this, bro, you very intelligent. You know, and I know that we don't have the same resources. You guys can, not you particularly, but I have seen guys that were YT people that were on drugs, and they went into like down here we have a facility that is owned by the Mannings. You know who the Mannings are, right?
The football guys, right?
All right, yes.
Eli,
The Manny's own and they're very rich. The Manny's own is called NOLA Detox. That's particularly a lot of YT people go there and they get themselves together. They get all of these different reasons. Not saying that we don't have it, but we don't have the same way of access to the resources. That's all I'm saying.
I did not know the Mannings own that kind of place.
They own all type of stuff, right?
Okay, and that's fine. But are only white people allowed in there?
No, it's not that only white people are allowed in. I'm saying that the resources is still. You got to go through so many. You got to go through so many different hoops and bounds to even get in that particular program. Is what I'm saying. It's not the same for us. It's detrimental to me. I'm not saying that. Okay, yes, because you said a lot of white people are dying from drugs. We understand that, but for us, it's like times 10. Because if we go. For one, the reason why I said about crack, we understand that it's not the reason that the drugs, it was the reason that they couldn't afford it. Think about it. They still couldn't afford it because what happened when they started smoking it, they did what? They started stealing, they started doing all these different things. Why? They couldn't really afford it.
But explain to me how the enrollment for black people into the Manning Detox Center is different for black people versus white people. I don't get that.
You say you want to know what's the difference of how...
Yeah, basically, what I got from you is you're implying that even something like the
resources, yes, the resource center.
But how is it different for black people to enter that facility versus black? Like, how is it different black versus white?
I think we can simplify this if you let me get in there.
Wait, SB, stop.
I'm about to tell you. If you look up, like you could look up New Orleans. If you look up New Orleans homeless. Right. If you look up the homeless part, and then if you look up Louisiana, and then if you look up the part where it has the overdosing on the fentanyl and the drugs and stuff, what I'm saying is it's a lot of intake process that has to happen for you to get into those particular NOLA detox programs. And what I'm telling you, you will see it's a high number of Caucasian people versus black people, because once again, some of them don't even know that they can.
But there's more. To be fair, I think there's more white people doing drugs than black people. Right? Can we agree on that?
Of course. I mean, that would be asinine to not believe that. You got to remember, y'all numbers is higher, bro. You know that already. We don't even have to go there. The numbers is higher because it's more than y'all than us. Okay, so why that number will stay higher?
Okay, I'm lost here. I'm frustrated with this conversation because I feel that where there are people up here saying that white people have every advantage and trying to give examples. And let me ask you this. All right, you know who Grant Cardone is, right? I do not. Go ahead, teach me.
All right, so Grant Cardone is a to me, I don't really. I read his books, but Grant Cardone is I guess self-proclaimed millionaire. He talk about jets and all that. But the part is he talk about how he was on cocaine, and he talked about how he used to look back then. But my thing to that is, once again, you still a white man in America that you was on drugs, but then you go get yourself together, you put a suit on, and you come back into the world renowned. Is that the same thing for me as a black man? And I'm not trying to play the victim. I'm asking you a real question.
Can we get to the point? Can anybody up here? Oh, okay. Can we talk about? There are people that have come up here this morning and said that white people have the advantage. I'm looking for different ways. My friend down below there said, "Listen, white people can get out of speeding tickets. Meanwhile, I've gotten a shit ton."
Yeah, can I tell you the advantage?
Not as clear as that. So that's not what I said. Don't put words in my mouth. That's not what I said.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay. Okay. SB, go ahead. Make your point, SB. Go ahead.
Okay, this is directly from the Federal Reserve. White people, this is an advantage for white people. You're going to somehow try to flip-flop and say that it's not. White people are 8 times more likely to inherit generational wealth than black people. That's an advantage for white people, is it not?
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so you're saying, so you don't think that white...
So starting today, yes, as a black person, and once again, there are black people in this country that have created generational wealth. You agree with that, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so it's either A, you wake up, realize you live in the greatest country on this planet, and start creating your own generational wealth, or B, you play victim and you play victim for shit that happened to your ancestors.
No, there's a ton of advantages to being white. I was just saying that you said earlier that there's no advantages to being white, and there's hundreds of advantages to being white. And I have a bunch of statistics here.
Okay.
Yes,
what I'm looking for is things that 100% are to the benefit of white people.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask him a question?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Don't interrupt me, please. 8 times more likely for whatever study you just quoted.
That's from the Federal Reserve.
Without even fact checking it.
Fact check it. Everybody
means nothing. But that means nothing to me.
Why does that mean nothing to you? Because it debunks your argument?
Once again, 8 times more likely does not mean that it's 100%. Do you agree with that?
That means you get an automatic advantage of being white because you're automatically 8 times more likely to inherit generational wealth.
So are you saying that there's not more black people that are more wealthy?
So that's a point to whole fallacy. Just because there's one wealthy black person does not take away your advantage for being 8 times more likely to inherit generational wealth.
Too funny. Okay, so once again, if I'm a black person in America today, I could either live off stats like that. I could sit there and talk about how my great granny picked cotton, or I get up and do what I have to do. You know what I mean? So if you want to continue down that road, that I have no problem with.
I just need to ask you this question.
Go ahead, sir.
No, I'm gonna ask you this question. So my wife and I'm gonna tell you my wife, right? She got 3 degrees. She got a master's, and I can tell you this: she got a master's in nursing. But I can tell you that under this patriarch system, the YT man get paid more than her, right? And she has a master's in nursing. Can you answer that for me?
Yours. I'm so sorry. I was letting people up. But from what I understand, that a white person gets paid more than your wife because just because he's white. I'm assuming is what you are implying.
When it comes to because of my argument was the playing field is not level, and I also was going to tell you because you have Charlie up here, right? Charlie was a intelligent man, even though he cherry picked certain information, but Charlie did not have a degree, but he still would have made more than an average black person with a degree. Is that not true?
Is there anywhere in this country where a black person in the same position is making more than a white person?
No.
Nowhere?
No.
Lies.
No, you said hold on. You said that's making more. Of course, you're making more, but the average white person make more than the average black person, though.
Okay.
Lies.
All right. Let me get.
When you say lies, what you mean by lies?
Hold on 1 second. I'll let Captain respond to you. Captain, where are you from, sir?
Texas.
And your thoughts on this conversation?
I think all 3 of these guys are victim. I got Gennard, he's the victim, and I got the 2
Yeah,
other
but I
guys.
think the guy below you is white. I don't know about the guy up top.
I think I'm making an assumption, but I think they're both white, and I'm not a race person, but I just hate when people try to play savior and speak for other black people. I believe you asked Gennard a question. I believe SB tried to hop in and speak for him. Let us speak for ourselves. We're all adults here.
Anyone I
Am I correct?
And I'm
the guy
speak
below,
for myself
you're both.
right now.
Are you both white?
No, I'm not white.
Okay, well, I'm gonna speak for myself, and I apologize. I made that assumption. I'm a black person. I own my home. I don't do drugs. I don't have a record. And it's all because I make better decisions. I'm not gonna let the past affect my future decisions. That's what children do. I'm an adult. I can learn from my mistakes. And I'm sure not going to teach my legacy, my nephews, my nieces to be a victim and blame other people for their downfall, not being successful. You create your own environment. There's nothing that this man can do that you cannot do. He's asked you for different examples and you failed to provide one. And just because I I guess white people, according to SB's facts, have more generational wealth. It's not, we can't point that to just one thing. And I'm not going to let that percentage stop me from starting my own generational wealth with my family. And that's what we are in the process of doing. Started with my parents. So I'm just tired of the victim mindset. And Gennard, you really got to be careful. I'm not here to tell you how to do your parenting, but that's a terrible mindset to have growing up, blaming other people for their downfall.
Hey, Captain, can I ask you a question?
Wait, when did I do that? When did I do that? When did I play victim?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Gennard.
You said all three of them are playing
I just
victim
said Gennard, you're not listening. But the host
when you came up here, though, you said they're all playing victim.
Hold on.
So don't go back on your words.
What is this guy's name? The Official. Why, as a white man, are you coming up here and playing Captain Save-A-Ho for the black community?
Well, first of all, just because
answer me that.
White,
go ahead.
Okay,
you are a white man, am I correct?
Yes, I was adopted by a black family, though.
I got you. Have you ever felt guilty for being a white man in America?
No.
No. Okay. So what made you come up here and defend the black community?
I came up here because I wanted to speak about the prompt. It's not about defending the black community, to speak about the prompt. Because
but you decided to chime in when we were talking about the issues
because
of race
you weren't understanding and you were trying to make something as black and white as it's not that clear.
But I'll be honest with you,
and not everyone experiences it. It's something that happens to some people and it happens to some. Some don't experience it. Some cities don't have cops like it. It's not something that's just everywhere, but it is something that exists in this country.
Right. So the experience of a white man is not the same for everybody, just like the experience for every black person is not the same. Correct?
Correct. But in some places, white people have the advantages.
Okay, but there are. Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm not going to go down that road with you. I just don't understand why people in general, and I'm not talking about you here, I'm just talking about some black people that come up here, play victim for shit that happened to their ancestors.
And I can't defend that. I 100% agree with most of the stuff that person above me said, Cap, whatever his name is. I agree. You know, we don't play victim. But one thing I also don't agree with is, you know, again, why I came up here.
Are you putting yourself with black people there when you say we?
I said, when did I say we?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Didn't you just say we?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I guess I'm hearing things. Okay,
that's something I don't agree with.
Okay. All right, so what's his name on the right left? SB, are you a black man in America?
I'm mixed.
Okay, so what I don't get is when people like Captain come up here and say what he says, there have been plenty of times where somebody like this person comes up and says common sense shit, right? But all the other minorities on the panel, usually that's where they start calling him an Uncle Tom or a coon and stuff like that, when the man is just speaking facts. So why is that?
I think when you ignore the disadvantage that black people have for being black, it's like, it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, you have an advantage for being white. That's point blank, period. You can't just wave away racism and all these years of slavery by saying, hey, we can do the same thing today. That's not how it works. It's
how
like,
has slavery affected you?
Can I talk?
Go ahead, finish your thought, and then I think it's a fair question. And the question is, how has slavery impacted you? But go ahead, finish your thought, and then answer that question, please.
It's like a monopoly board. The white race has had a 300, 400-year head start on black people. And after 300, 400 years of them playing the monopoly board, they say to black people, okay, you can play now, but you can't say that we don't have an advantage over you. Like, I mean, what?
All right. Host, do I gotta introduce myself?
Hold on, 1 second, Run. Hold on 1 second.
No worries.
I'll get to you. SB, just very directly, how has slavery affected you personally? It has not. Okay, very good.
But it has affected you. It has affected you and white people as a race.
Wait, what?
It has affected white people as a race. So, like, just because, like...
No. The question was very directly, how has slavery impacted your life? And you can say it has not. That
doesn't mean white people don't have an advantage. That's a point.
Once again, sir, third time I'm asking the question, fourth time overall. How has slavery affected you in any way, shape, or form? Yes or no?
Even accepting your logic and saying it hasn't affected me at all, it does not take away the white advantage.
Okay. Why is it you can't say, of course, I didn't have to pick cotton? Like, why is it you
Because you're
can't
using a
acknowledge
point the whole
that?
fallacy to try and debunk what I'm saying. And it's
How
Okay.
about you just answer the question,
working.
have an honest
That's
conversation?
amazing.
You're trying to wave away the white advantage by saying you haven't been affected negatively by slavery. That's not how that works.
So you haven't been affected negatively by slavery, huh?
No.
Exactly.
It's
All
So
right.
why
I
do
just
you
want to
like
continue
I
to
said,
use someone
He
else's
is speak.
existence?
hold on. Let me run. Where are you from?
that's a point the whole fallacy. I'm richer than you, by the way. Anyways,
Okay. All
And
right.
you still act like a
Hold on
victim.
1 second, please. Hold on 1 second. Run. Where are you from, Run?
Wisconsin.
And what brings you up, kind sir?
What made me come here?
Yeah, like what do you want to add to the conversation?
Well, I just find it very funny that people are still playing the victim card and they believe that there's, an upper hand that white tees or white people have versus, blacks. There's no, I mean, you can say, oh, well, I'll be inheriting my, parents' money or my parents' property or this or that. Well, guess what? Yeah, I do have an advantage of that, but here's the thing is that they took accountability for their own actions and they went and they worked and they busted their ass off to get that. Okay, it's a privilege for those. Okay, it's a privilege for us to have things, but you got to work for it. This is not a country where you're just going to get the hand-me-downs all the time, or you're going to get a hand-me-down from the government. And matter of fact, there's a lot of black superstars, artists, and even athletes that make way more money than my family combined, and even a lot of white tea people too. Okay, and not only that, but how come there's a what is it called? Uh, they get more upper hands in sports. They get an upper hand in college. We don't get any of that. We got to pay full price. You guys get a discount when you guys say, "Oh, I'm black." When you guys apply out of college, there's a lot of colleges that do that.
That's
There's a
not
lot of
true.
grants. Oh,
That's for
there's a
particular
lot.
Hold
people.
on,
No
the
college.
white
No
man
Hold
wants
college.
to defend
and
the
I'm
black,
and
the
You
black
can't
and I'm
community
just
gonna
you
again.
can't
and I'm
just
gonna
go
land
to
and I'm
college
gonna
because you're
and I'm
black.
gonna
That's not true.
and
So
I'm gonna land my plane and I'm
All right,
gonna land my
hold on.
plane.
Let Run finish, please. Go ahead.
Not only do you guys get grants, not only do you guys get money as a discount, because by the way, they have to. There's a couple states where guess what? It can't be all white. They allow people of
Oh,
color to
you
come
sound like
in.
Charlie.
They do. Do your research. So to land my plane is that if you don't believe it, well, guess what? Get off this live and go do your research, okay? Because it does. Okay, there is
You
people
probably
that I
should be
went to
doing your
college with
research.
that even got a discount and they even showed it to us. And we were like,
They
no
showed you
shit.
their
No
discount. Oh,
fucking
look,
shit.
by the way, I
Because you
got a
know why?
discount.
Because you know
That,
why?
you
And
just
it's
lie as lying.
none of you guys will take accountability of that is because they want the difference in that
this
college.
is
They want
hilarious.
they
Ain't no
want the
black person
different
showed you a
racial. They
discount
dude,
want
because they got a
they want it
college.
to be different.
All right,
So
Run.
to
Hold
land my
on
plane,
1 second. Hold on
final and
1 second.
most is that
Run.
you guys are brainwashed as fuck and you guys are playing the
No,
victim
y'all
card.
Oh
are
my god.
Yeah,
brainwashed.
that's factual. Factual. He is right there.
Doug
My
just
friend
said
down
500
below.
something
Fucking
Hold
million
on one
dollars
priorities,
second,
for
Captain.
weak
HBCUs.
ass people.
Hold on 1 second. Official, who'd you vote for in November?
I'm sorry,
Who did you vote for in November for the
Kamala,
presidency?
Kamala.
Of course. Why is it that everybody with your mindset, they voted for that dumpster fire?
Because I don't believe in politics. I believe they're both not for the people, but I believe in voting for the less of two evils. And when you compare the two people next to each other, the less of two evils would be Kamala. That is
All right,
my
and I
opinion.
don't want to focus on politics. I just want to ask you one question that I'm going back to what we were talking about. How would America be better today if Harris was our president? God for fucking bit.
Well, I can't see into the future. Like I said,
Okay,
politicians
cool.
lie.
Of course.
So
Okay, fair enough.
both
All
politicians
right.
lie, but it would
So
be
I
better
just
than
want to,
Trump.
my friend in the with the yellow photo, is it Captain or should I call you Cap?
Cap.
Cap. All right, Cap. My
Catch it
bad.
up.
So Cap, my question is very simple. Why is it that people with your mindset, there usually when there's other black people up here or people of color, they sit there and call people like you a coon or an Uncle Tom. Why is that?
Ignorance.
Okay.
They don't have time. They won't set aside time to go learn something new. Cause I used to
And
be
that question is
ignorant my damn
biased.
self. I used to be a victim just like these other motherfuckers. But
That
And what
doesn't
I
make
made
just
you a
live
you
my
victim
life.
stop
just
that
Just be
because you're
mindset?
quiet. Do
speaking
you have
facts.
any
That
Hold
don't make
impulse
on,
you a
Paul.
control?
Hold
victim.
on.
The
Yo,
Paul,
yo, but
mute yourself. Wait for it. You'll have
What?
a chance. I'm about to go to work.
Oh, you going to work for
I need to
someone?
come
See, I
at you
own
Could
my
you
anyways.
be
own
I need to
business.
quiet?
come
I'm,
at
I
I'm
you.
don't
trying
go
to
clock.
finish my
Yo,
I
bro,
don't
thought.
I need
clock
to come at
into
him
Wait,
nobody.
anyways.
I
why
own
why
my
are
own
you guys
business.
not letting Cap talk?
I can give you a job actually.
Yeah,
Wait,
Sam.
Because
I'm
it's a
sorry,
biased
ma'am.
answer.
no,
I
Paul's trying
got
to hire
assets.
Cap.
What do you
It's a
own?
biased answer.
Yo,
What
You
do
need
you
to
Sam.
mean
ask
what
somebody
Do
I
you
else.
own?
own any
Wait,
acres,
why are
ma'am?
you guys not
Example,
letting
bro.
Cap talk?
Do you own any acres? Do you have
I
any assets? What
I have
apartment number do
Bro,
you
plenty
live
you don't
in?
of
own anything,
Please
assets.
nigga.
shut
You
the
in
fuck up and
Texas.
let me
You
finish.
in Texas, bro. I could get at you.
Yeah, you are in Texas. Where you
Come
at?
to this
Wait, so
this
now
Whoa,
we're
motherfucker want
what?
to
threatening
threaten me in
violence? What the fuck is
Texas.
going
Where
on
you at
here?
in Texas? You can pull
And
up
this is
on
the
me.
ignorance that I'm
You can
talking
pull up
about.
on me. I
They
can show
can't
you what
talk
I
about it,
own.
Hey,
so
I
hey,
they
can
yo,
show
start
you
Paul,
what I
threatening.
I'm gonna let him
own.
finish. Cause you
Pull
came at
up.
me. You came at me before my phone went dead, bro. You really broke for real. Stop, bro.
You
You up
going
here
to
on this
clock
man
into
platform
Oh,
somebody's
I'm
talking
that's
gonna
shit.
wait till
enough.
job.
you're done.
That's enough.
No, I'm gonna
Cap
wait
is
till
Wait,
you
going
done.
to work for the white
what are we
man. You going to
doing?
work for the white man. That's what you're doing.
They're in their emotions. They're butthurt, especially Gennard. When I
No,
spoke
you're
facts,
big
he like they
mad
was
Denard said he's
because you
victims.
about
got
to
to
pull
clock into
up.
work.
What the fuck? Why is
Man,
it that
boy,
when
make it a
when
one-way trip. You're not going back to your family. You come to my house, threaten my family, boy.
Bro,
You better
nobody.
shut up and stick to
No,
these
listen.
no,
facts.
come
I'm
Oh,
on.
not
that's
Now
threatening
let
you.
me
enough.
I'm
finish.
not threatening you, brother.
Let me finish.
That's
Can you
enough.
Ain't
shut the
nobody
hell
letting
up?
your ass finish.
All right,
You
let
better get
Cap
to work
finish.
or you get
All right,
fired.
Paul, relax, Paul.
Shut your ass up.
Okay, I
You
was
tell
I'm
going
your
with
woman to
talking now.
shut
relax.
up.
You say shut your ass up.
Shut the fuck up, Paul. I'm
All
talking.
right.
Shut your bitch ass up. You
Hey,
fucking.
you sound like a bum, bitch. You sound like you on
That's
the
Ah,
what
fucking
you
corner.
are. That's what you are.
Man,
Bitch, you
That's
Cap,
sound
what
you're
like
you
you
so
are.
outside
educated,
right
She
man.
probably
now
got an
on the fucking
OnlyFans.
corner. Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Wait, why are you guys saying she has an OnlyFans? Listen, Paul and I disagree, but
I have
she's a
OnlyFans.
very
What's wrong with that? Ain't
they are
nothing wrong
very
with that.
nice.
That's
Stop
money.
it. Just
I
do me a
approach
favor. Let
disrespect with
Cap
disrespect.
finish
I
his
don't got
thought,
no
please.
grace for you fucking victims. Go the
You
fuck
sound
up.
crazy.
Get
Nobody
your
being a
money up,
victim. That
nigga.
man speaking his
Fuck
truth.
out of here. My
You
parents from
ain't.
the
You
south side
speaking what you
Chicago.
think.
They
You
might
know.
no make no fucking excuses for their ass. I can't make no fucking excuses for my fucking ass. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
All y'all
that's
some
why you
fucking
Do you
clock
think
bums.
into
because you
work.
haven't
That's
And
why
if
experienced
you
y'all
it,
clock
got
others
into
haven't?
kids,
work because you
y'all have the
work
same
so hard.
mindset. Y'all gonna grow up with this
You
fucking
work so
Yeah,
dumbass
man,
hard.
mindset.
Go
that
Y'all never
waves
clock
get
away
in
shit
for the
done.
racism,
white
man.
man.
Always have your fucking hand out.
Go
This
Shut the
clock
random
fuck
in.
up.
Go
Get your
clock
hyper-specific
fucking
into
money
work.
up.
That's
situation
what you
waves
gonna
away
do.
all
you
racism,
hurt,
man.
bro.
For
You hurt,
sure.
All
bro.
right, listen,
Shut up.
guys, hold on one second, please.
All
I'm
y'all
not a
some
big.
bums.
Hold on one second, Cap. I'm
Wake the
not a
fuck
fan of
up.
muting
Bro,
people.
we
I'm
got.
not a fan
Go
of dropping
educate
people.
yourself,
You
man.
funny, bro. You funny, brother.
How how come I don't got a college degree, but I make fucking $200,000 a year, and it's gonna keep
You
on
clock
going?
into work, boy. Like go sit
Mr.
down.
Yoba,
Take several seats.
hold
Yeah,
on,
I'm gonna get to work. I'm
Mr.
gonna
Yo
get
baby
this money.
daddy.
What you gonna do?
Cap,
You
You
Cap.
gonna
You
clock.
say
wind
See,
up
People
when
say
you
playing
they
with
make
have
me.
money, you
That's
money.
what
don't
you're
have
gonna
to
do.
tell nobody how
It's
much
gonna
you
be about
make.
nothing. You're gonna be a
you
victim
say
for the
you
rest
make
of your life.
200,000, sir. You say you make you. Are you
What is
broke
this
or are you
argument,
netting
man?
that?
You
All right, listen, guys. Uh, the thing that blows my mind is people like Paul and the gentleman below Paul. Why is it that you guys are more rude to somebody like Cap that's up here speaking facts than you are to the white folk on the panel? It doesn't make sense to me. Why is it like that? Cap, I'm going to bring you back up first. Cap, I don't see you in the queue. All right, so let me just start with Paul. Paul, can you relax? There goes Cap. Paul, can you
yeah,
relax?
I could tell you why
Can you kick this
No,
because
no,
all
person?
no,
my
no,
Tell me
no.
how to
leaders
Don't go
shut
down
up.
that road. Don't go down that road, please. Why are you acting like that, Paul?
first of all, I sat here and listened to his shenanigans the whole time. It's the fact that when you try to downplay another person, that nobody ever got on here downplaying what he felt that he wanted to say. Like If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But when somebody else get up here saying that that they feel like white people have a more of an advantage, if that's not your experience, then that's not your experience. People are only speaking on their own experience, and that does not make them a victim, or nor does it make them have a victim mindset. I can agree that white people have more of an advantage because there is a such thing as white privilege. However, I can also agree with you, Cap, when you say, "Oh, I didn't allow that to stop me from elevating in life. I didn't allow any of that to stop me. That's why I am successful.
Okay.
And
So go.
nobody hindered me anything. Not the white man, the black man, and any other man.
Okay. Nicole.
Hi.
Hi, Nicole. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. What brings you up, love? Cap, I'm gonna let you go next. I just want to get Nicole in.
No, it's fine.
Well, when everybody's like, when you're talking about like employment and stuff, how many times does somebody that is white gets, they don't get a position because it has to be more racially diverse, and they choose somebody that isn't adequate for the job? Like they're,
I would love to answer that question.
Go ahead, Cap.
Man, have you heard of DEI? I believe there's a lot of companies that
yeah.
have DEI departments that focus on diversifying who they hire. I don't believe that gives white people the advantage when it comes to getting jobs. I think that push you down when it comes to DEI.
That's what I'm asking. Like, if somebody they don't have the experience and they shouldn't be in that job, but they
It
still
doesn't
get
mean
it.
that they don't
I
have
agree
the
with that.
experience.
I
It's
believe
just,
it should be based on qualifications and merit.
Yes,
yes,
exactly.
DEI is basically a
But I would
structure
like
for
to
jobs who
finish my
tend
point
to.
before I was interrupted by Paul.
All right,
But I
let
believe I
Cap.
let her
Go
speak.
ahead, Cap. Finish your point, sir.
I don't have grace for people that play victims. All they have to do is just stop making excuses for themselves, stop blaming the next person because what they eat doesn't make you shit, and get out there and get it. You have no
Exactly.
excuse. It's not the white person's fault. It's not racism. There's no system against you. You can go to college, you can get a job, you can learn what you need to learn, you can gain the skills to go do what you want to do.
Exactly.
All right, Paul. Did he say anything inaccurate?
Well, I was gonna respond to Nicole when she brought up DEI.
Can you acknowledge that?
I don't
Just
have
acknowledge my
anything to
question.
say to him because
I know
he
she doesn't
he
because
is
she'll
a
get
person
cooked.
who still thinks that all black people are in a
No,
victimizing
you're a victim.
mentality. I
No,
don't
not
have
all
to be.
black people,
I'm
but a
not
lot
a
of them.
victim
Yeah, you're
because
definitely a
I
victim
am
the way you
very
sound.
successful and I'm actually the most successful on my streets.
But
And
you
it's
still blame the
predominantly
white
white
people.
people.
Look at
You know,
that.
I have never used the white man as a reason for me not to do. It actually was my motivation, to be honest.
So you speak for other people?
Do you speak for other people? You
No, I'm
only can
speaking for
speak for
myself.
you. Exactly. You can't speak for all the black people. That's just like Hispanics. Hispanics, if a Hispanic person go and apply, that's just like when I went to the lawyer's office. Everybody that was in there was thinking that the white woman was the lawyer when actually she was the secretary and the Mexican lady was the lawyer.
Did that
I don't
hinder
know
you
what
in
that
any
has to do
way?
with anything,
They
but
did. They never would have thought that Mexican lady was the lawyer. Why wouldn't they? Like, why?
So you can
Why do
read
a
people's
person
minds.
successful always have to be white?
So you can read people's
no,
minds.
but nobody's saying that.
I don't
The only
speak for
person up
anybody
here
else,
that
but
is
I know
saying
when
that is
somebody's being a
you.
victim, and
You
you're a
don't know when a
victim.
person is being a victim.
Yeah, you're a
You
victim.
wasn't even allowing
No
them
accountability.
guys to
You're
speak
a victim.
in their own truth. Like they're speaking
There
their
is
own
no
truth. If
your
that's
own
not
truth.
your
There's
truth,
only
that's
one
not your
truth.
truth.
So tired of people's truths. That's your opinion. That's
And
what you
then
call an
up here talking
opinion.
about you make 200,000, and then gonna ask me, do I have any assets? I have plenty assets.
Well, that's
I
good.
got,
Stop making
I have
excuses
my
for
own
yourself.
business. I make
Bro, let
money.
her finish, bro. You too
I
sassy,
don't
man.
clock in. I don't clock in to no one.
Uh,
I can
Gennard,
take a vacation
go teach your
whenever
kids
I
not to
feel
be a
like it.
victim before you talk to me.
I will.
Yeah, you're a sassy boy. You're very sassy.
Yeah, keep on
Arguing,
talking
arguing
shit,
with
but
Wait.
women.
Hold
you're
up.
still a victim though.
Why is
Yeah,
it? Why is it that
my victim
Paul,
mentality got
stop,
me where I'm at.
Paul? When you get going, you're like a runaway train. Relax, okay? Why is it now? Because you disagree with Cap. Every time he speaks, you two are going to be downright rude. Why is that?
I don't have nothing to say to him because, like I said, Dave, whenever someone come up here, I never, um, I never have a problem with anyone having a different experience.
Unless they disagree with you. That's the only
All
time.
white people that come up here they won't think like Dave. All white people that come on your panel do not agree with you. Just like all the black people that come up here, some of the stuff they say, I don't agree with. However, I feel like that's their experience. So if that's their experience, I let them have that. But when another black person come up here and giving their experience, you cannot say that they have a victim mentality.
You have a victim mentality.
No, you have a victim mentality.
They can't say it, but she says it to me.
You say
Yo,
I have
baby,
a victim mentality?
I was trying to speak to your baby daddy.
All right, hold on. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Let me hear from him. Go ahead, sir.
No, I was just trying to say, because each time I talk, he gonna cut you off. My thing is to him is, he said about victimhood, right? Because he kept saying that, oh, we playing the victim. Like, brother, I'm not gonna get on here and say that with my wife and I have it, because clearly you're not married to no one. You're not committed to anything, so you're not raising kids. I don't even know if you a baby daddy or not, or if you contributing to the 70% of kids being born out of wedlock. So I'm not gonna even get there with you. However,
yeah, you sure making a lot of assumptions. Continue.
Man, shut up, brother. It's not on you. Because at the end of the day, how are you? How are you? Because I'm here in New Orleans.
You yelling like a bitch.
Yeah, that's cool. But how are you?
Like life did you wrong, bro. Just chill.
All right, finish your point.
You good, bro? You good, you baby. I was just trying to explain to him is like, what is he doing in Texas? Because I would like to know. Because I'm in New Orleans and we have Son of Saint, where we deal with fatherless boys. We got a lot of fatherless boys out here. So, anyways, but once again, also he was trying to citing different things. He's trying to use Charlie talking points, and he don't even understand how to use Charlie talking points. Because Charlie talking point did I say? Can I finish? You said you're making a lot of bullshit claims, brother. Listen, because you said that people wasn't educated, brother. Listen, Charlie Kirk was a smart dude, and I also understood that he read a lot of Thomas Sowell books. Right? Do you even know who that is? All right, I digress. Anyways, you said something about. Was that a rhetorical question or for me to answer? If you want to have a conversation with me, no, I don't want to have a conversation with you because you read. Listen, brother, making accusations. I'm gonna get brother. Listen, bro, you sound you uneducated. I only got so much time, bro. Bro, at the end of the day, you never talked about the economic policy. Like you don't understand the Economic Policy Institute. You ain't talk about anything about the income and wealth gaps, because that's what I was trying to talk to. Because you say victimhood. This victimhood. How the hell is it victimhood when we know that not all white people, but we know that YT people are 6 times more likely to have more wealth. Why is that? You tell me, my man. You tell me why. You made the claim, dumbass. Okay, but I'm telling your dumb ass to go do the research, because I did it. I'm gonna give you 3 sites. I'm gonna give you I'm about to give you sources so you could go do your homework, because I already did, and Charlie did as well, because he was talking about Thomas Sowell talking points. Do you even know who that is? Because you don't read enough. You don't even sound like you read. Charlie read a lot. Did you read? You just took his talking point from TikTok. Shut up, bro. Once again, go to economic. Bro, go to Economic Policy Institute. Go to Pew Research, Income to Wealth Gaps, so you can understand, brother. Because you want to talk about talking points. You don't even sound like you do research, dog. But you have yet to explain the fact why you think white people are 6 times more capable of being successful. Your phone cut out. It's your bad decisions. And Thomas Sowell, no, I didn't read any of his books, but he talks about economics. But you made a lot of he talks about more than that. Make an assumption about he talks more than that, brother. He talks about more than that. You keep on being in this victim mindset that the wage gap and slavery and all this other bullshit ain't got shit to do with you. Your kid's gonna grow up being a fucking victim too. It's just simple as that. I'm not a victim. I'm not going to make excuses for myself based on anybody else. I hold myself accountable for the decisions that I make, and that's why I'm successful. Bro, when I came up on here, I said... I'm in the car, that's why. Bro, when I came up here, I didn't say anything about playing a victim. I only brought up certain points. I'm not saying that, because a white man... I didn't say it. Make you sound like you're a victim. And I didn't bring up any Charlie Kirk talking points. You did! But if we're going to talk about Charlie, even Charlie said it was a culture problem.
And I believe that like a motherfucker. It's our culture.
That's
What we
Charlie
promote.
talking points, bro. Everything on the internet
And
that you start to see,
just doing
that's
talking
his talking
points.
points.
You bringing up talking points, but when I ask you for facts, you tell me to do my own research.
What job do you work for making $200,000?
You brought it up.
You mentioned that
you made the
don't have a
claim,
degree.
so
Like,
defend your claim.
what do you do for a living?
Don't worry about that, bitch.
200,000
I got no
a
respect
year?
for you.
Bro, hold on, bro. Chill out with the disrespect.
No, ain't
bro.
no hold on.
200,000.
Y'all want respect.
You don't
Fuck
make no
that.
200,000.
I don't want to, bro.
Hold on. Respect when I
Hold on, bro. I don't want to.
And all y'all been doing is just talking shit.
Bro, I don't want to get his. I don't want to get his live chop, dude. You gotta understand TikTok.
I got a deal.
Don't. All right, let's go then, bro.
What do you do for a living? You can't say.
I'm gonna say it again, bitch, so you can hear me.
You
None of your
can't
fucking business.
say. That's why you're
Stop cursing, bro. Stop cursing on his live.
Okay, good. Let's not worry about what people are saying. Let's just worry about Paul.
Look,
Whenever
Dave,
whenever. Go ahead,
he
Paul.
asked me,
Baby daddy,
do I have any assets? He said I don't have shit. But what do he do for a living? What do you do for a living?
He's gone for now. But my question for you, Paul,
You don't pay taxes. Yo, baby dad, I bet you don't pay taxes. Since he said he make $200, I need to know, was that gross or net?
our block. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I'm just saying is his point to me was well received.
He lying. He capping, yo, baby dad. He capping.
Okay, once again, there are, to me, just on TikTok alone, on another app I'm on, and I know in real life here in the United States, there's too many black people playing victim when they have every opportunity that white people like me have. And for some reason, you two got very triggered whenever Cap came up and spoke the truth.
He didn't speak the truth.
Wait, what?
He didn't speak the truth.
He using the auto manipulation, man. Come on now, you already
auto manipulation. Okay, explain that.
He lied about everything, even where he worked, like what he do for a living.
Let's just go with the bigger point is black people need to stop making excuses and realize they could do anything that the white folk can do. Is that a fair point?
The black people can do whatever they choose to do. However, there is a such thing as white privilege. That's facts.
Okay.
That is facts. Period.
Well, what does my white privilege part get me?
Every day, even when I go into the bank, and I am a contractor.
Okay, go ahead. Explain that. You go into the bank. Go ahead. Explain.
Yes, I am a contractor. So I go into these banks and I see it every single time.
How do you see? What do you see? What are white people doing? Like, are the black people in the back of the bank? Are they drinking from different water fountains? What's going on?
Let me explain. So since I'm a contractor, I don't dress with a white collar. I don't walk into the bank with a white collar suit on because I'm a contractor. I get dirty all day, every day. So when I walk into the bank, they automatically assume that I'm just probably someone with $40 to $100 in my account or so. And they look at you like, okay, what do this person want? But the moment they pull up my account and see, oh, this person, the respect changes.
What happens? Do they give you like an extra lollipop or something? I don't get that.
No, the respect level changes. It's like now that you see who I am, that you pulled up my account, your respect is different now.
But
that is what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm talking about. That bullshit point. Let's just say you're going in to withdraw $100 or whatever, get a money order, whatever the heck you're doing, or a cashier's check.
I'm going to make a deposit.
Okay, or make a deposit. I don't understand how that interaction equals racism still exists in this country.
So basically, what I'm saying is when I'm in line, I'm watching the interaction with the other people who are in front of me. So then when I get up there, mind you, I look like a piece of shit because I'm 9 times out of 10, I've been out getting dirty all day. So I'm walking in there, regardless of how I'm looking, you still is supposed to treat people how you're in customer service, so everybody should be treated a certain way. So I get up there.
I just can't take this conversation in a serious way. I just can't. You're saying that racism still exists because a black teller at a bank, once she sees the amount of money you have in your bank account, she talks to you in a different way, allegedly.
That's not racism.
Oh, fuck
That's just yeah, that's not racism. Your baby
No,
daddy.
that's rich
well,
and
that
poor.
wait, that was her whole point in proving to me that
I
racism
didn't
still
say.
exists.
I said.
She was
I'm so
trying to,
confused.
yeah, she was trying to. That's what I was saying when your boy was up there. When he came up, I was trying to bring up the different parts. Like I said, when I told you when we first started, your baby dad, I was just saying that it was systematic, right? So I can't say that, oh, your baby daddy may look at me or talk to me a certain way, that's racism. No, that may be prejudice, but racism, like I said before, it's a system. So when you
Yeah.
say that, it's system. So when we say that, because like I said, we got to talk about the racial pay gaps, right? We got to talk about, because I told you, a black man with a bachelor's degree make less than a white man with a
Tell me
associate's degree.
something. When
Y'all
has
told me that
racism
there was,
stopped you?
hold on.
Hold on 1 second. Hold up. Just hold on. Mom up
Go
there
ahead.
in the top right. Where are you from?
I'm in Vegas right now.
Okay, tremendous. And I'm gonna open it back up. Davis down there in the bottom right. Where are you from, sir?
Durham, North Carolina.
All right. And just one sentence. What brought you up, Mom?
Well,
So I'm just sitting here, sitting and listening to you guys. I actually listened to a couple days in a row, but I just want to throw out this whole playing victim mentality. So my husband is active duty military, and he has the same opportunities as a black person, as a Hispanic person, any person. When he joins, you make rank based on merit. Anybody can join the military. It's just an equal. You all start out at the same base. If you are a piece of shit, you're not going to make rank. If you're really good, you're going to make rank. It's just based on merit. And people, you can't use that. This person was black, this person was white. My husband also grew up on the west side of Jacksonville, one of the worst places in America to live, and went through hell. He had a horrible childhood, just like a lot of people in poverty do, and he still rose above that. His sister, on the other hand, chose to play. She has no high school diploma, has no college. She literally is on welfare with all three of her kids. She doesn't have a father involved with any of her kids, and she's what?
Mom, you're breaking up.
You're breaking up.
Okay.
Well,
Just hold on, Mom. I'm gonna go down to Dal. Am I saying that right? Dal Davis?
yes, that's
Go
me.
ahead, sir. What brings you up?
All right. What brings me up is there is a sort of defeatist thing going on there. The one thing I'm thinking in my head is I'm a black man. I had to make choices. Yeah, there is a sort of like a racism going on, but it's really things that are embedded in our culture that aren't good for our culture. And a lot of times you can say the white man did it, but I want to ask this young man talking, where has racism ever stopped him from doing anything? The only thing that I've seen in my lifetime, and I'm 50, is probably policing. That was pretty racial because you can get racial profiled, and a lot of black men did go to prison in the late 90s where it could be marijuana charges, but white people smoke just as much marijuana as black folks. But it seems like black folks are going to jail a lot more. There are disparities, but having a defeatist attitude is not going to help.
All right, let him respond.
He's talking about me. Sir, I'm 36. How old are you?
51. Well, I'll be
Okay.
51 in a couple days.
Very
Okay.
bluntly, when was the last time a white man held you back or held you
No,
down?
I need no. Yo, baby, I got some for him. So 51. My dad's 61, and he's back in prison. All right, with you,
Okay.
sir. You guys didn't leave us a blueprint. So your
Wait,
baby dad.
what?
This don't even have nothing to do. This don't have nothing to do with you, Mister 51-year-old sir.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't leave us a blueprint at all.
Yeah,
For
I
the
left my
millennials.
kids a blueprint. They're both college graduates.
Sir, I'm talking about in the black community. You guys from the crack epidemic to going all the way up. You guys have set us up for
You
failure
can't say
in the
all.
black community.
Are
You guys have
like
set
the
us
white
up
folks?
for
Then, from what
no,
you're saying, you're
no,
just like the
no,
white folks. You're boxing every black man into
I'm telling you,
spot.
no. Can I, sir? Can I ask you a question? Cause you 51.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
And in your time,
Mhm.
from your time to our time.
Yes.
the black fathers, the black fathers, the black fathers
I'm a black
started
father.
leaving the home.
I didn't.
Okay,
I
that's
raised my
good. But I'm
children.
saying,
I mean, I'm still married.
okay,
My kids are
okay.
raised. I believe that you need a father in the home. And
But this is not you though, sir. But
my
sir,
whole
this is
life,
not
I've
you.
been saying this.
That's individualism, right? I'm talking about
You're putting us in a
agree?
box.
Can you agree? All right. Can you agree? I'm telling you, I grew up without a father, brother, and I am raising a son.
I can see you're hurt by that.
Hold on. Let me finish. I am raising a son. I adopted a son at 2 years old. He's now 14. He's not my own. Okay. I am in a group. I help fatherless boys, right? Once
That's
again,
great.
I don't care about that though, but I'm telling you,
you don't
guys
care about you doing a good job raising your
let
child?
me finish, brother, because you deflecting. I'm asking you. You guys didn't leave a blueprint, and then y'all want to say, "Oh my guys, look at all of you guys."
When you say you guys, that's like putting all black men in a box. You know that, right?
I'm talking about you 51, so you go under that Gen Xer.
Well,
I'm talking about the Gen Xers.
I raised my kids. What are you talking about? I tried to be a positive for my community when the community was falling apart.
Okay, so what about?
I don't know what you're talking
about. Listen, sir.
What
You say
done
you guys,
your kids?
Sir, Mr. Sir, I'm about to tell you. Hold on, Paula. This is the thing. You guys, I'm not gonna say you guys. I told my dad this, bro. I told my dad. My dad is the biggest sellout. Anyone, because the drugs. I don't care about how the drugs got there. Why the hell did you sell it? Because you sold it to Deontay Mama. Then Deontay Mama became a crack addict. Then Deontay now got to raise his kids, and what happened? He goes to crime.
You know what you want to really? Is that a real question? You want to know the answer?
No, I'm telling you, I'm watching it here. I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana, brother.
I was there, bro. I grew up through it. It almost got me caught up in it before I got wise and say, "Hey, I see what's going on."
Okay, so why? So why did the Gen Xers did not leave? You guys have left habits. So I'm just saying. I'm not gonna say just you, brother. I'm not taking you.
You say you guys. I know I did a good job as a father. I raised my boys are great. I mean, I got national championship sons. I'm good.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying. So because I'm not trying to blame the white man, right? Because that's what you said. I'm gonna
have blamed the white man for a lot of
shit. That's what it
fair.
sounds like. It does sound like you're blaming.
To be fair, you are kind of.
Can I say something about that though?
Go ahead, bro.
Tribe, how are you, sir?
I'm 40.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. What brings you up?
I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and we never seen Republicans. We only seen Democrats. We've never seen YT people as our community leaders. Meaning, when we go down to city council, when we go down to the alderman's office, when I go down to the leaders of my community, they're all black. They're black to this day, and they've always been black. What he's trying to say is, and my mother was born around that time, of the epidemic. And I hate to use this system thing because there are no YT people running no system alone. Meaning, when we go to jail, we got mass incarceration. Count how many judges that were black. Count how many prosecutors that were black. So what I'm saying is, we've always been a part of, if there's downfalls and if there are uprises of our people, we're a part. There's no system that no white man is running alone. That's a fact. It might be it might be prejudice, and on all terms. That's what happened when you got different races of people. We can't control the way people feel, but there is no system. There is no system ran. Because you can go and say, hey, we had the epidemic. It was started by Reagan. But like this brother saying, they were all black pastors. There was everybody black with it doing Chicago and in these democratic places. They were with it. They was like, come and put it in my neighborhood, right? Come and put it in these poor neighborhoods, right? And like he's saying again, you from my mother's kind of older than you, but you from her era, right? Right? My mother and my father, when I looked at my grandmother and she told me, hey, because I was with a lot of black power movements, Chicago is a revolutionary city on that, right? And when my grandmother said, you full of hate. And I was like, what do you mean I'm full of hate? Look what these white folks done done. She said, no, son. She said, I gave your mama a chance. I passed down to your mama. Your mama decided to go smoke, to go be in the parties. Your people decided, and it's a large percentage of our people. Now, you like my auntie, right? She was living in the projects. She didn't decide to do that. My cousin went to the Navy. My cousin went on, they got a house and lived a life, and I lived on a life full of disgust for white people when I never looked at my father and my mother for the reasons being, you chose to pick it up. It's going on now. I ain't chose to pick it up. I chose to take care of my kids. So you had a choice. And I think the easiest way in the mental breakdown that we having due to critical race theories, being taught certain things and being showed certain things over and over and over again about slavery and how we've been down and all this. Well, this has affected us over time. And we think that white people are the only racist people in the world, first and foremost.
All right, hold on one second, Tribe. I just want to say I think time is going to be on Team Paul here. I think he is going to be his victim card has not expired yet. Time, did I read that correctly from the chat?
Yeah, black people are the victim. We're still the victim to this day.
Okay, and what white man, when was the last time the white man held you back?
I'll say the white man holds all black people back.
Okay, no, I'm asking you. I want to hear your personal story. Tell me the last time the white man held you down. Go ahead.
It's funny that I can hear black people laughing about what I'm about to say.
No, but just answer directly. Answer directly. Prove everybody wrong. Tell us yesterday the white man held you down. Go ahead.
I grew up in the suburbs.
Wait. I'm so sorry. I said to you very directly, when was the last time a white man held you down? And
you asked me
you're going to go back to
where I
grew up
my background.
in the suburbs.
No,
okay?
You want to know when were you held back by the white man?
Yeah.
Okay, are y'all gonna let me get to that? Or are y'all gonna keep interrupting?
No, just answer directly. Give me the last time you were held down by a white man.
Every day.
Every fucking day. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, tell me more.
Every day.
In what way?
Every day that I'm alive in this country, I'm being held down by the white man.
How were you held down by the white man yesterday? Go ahead.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk
please.
about the systems of white supremacy in this nation that keep capitalism afloat.
Is it holding you down right now?
Oh my gosh.
Is it holding you down right now? Do you feel like you can't get a job or you can't go forward because of white man? I mean, for real. I'm serious, bro. Do you feel like there's a white man somewhere that has turned you down because you were black, and that's why you haven't been able to succeed in what you wanted to do?
What you're not understanding is that there is a system of white supremacy that has existed since the founding of this nation.
I understand that, but I'm saying, is it still effective right now in your life?
Yes,
okay,
it is.
Laughing at this
And
what's the system? What's the law?
I'm going to tell you, ma'am, it doesn't have to be a law.
No, tell me where it is affecting you. Where is it affecting your money right now in your pocket? Did you make?
Yeah. Let's talk about it. How it's affecting my money in my pocket right now.
I'm looking at this guy Tribes. If he was to walk one foot,
come on,
Don't attack me, Paul. You're just a hater. Anybody that comes up here and talks facts, you dislike.
Yeah, it seems like you're
hold on
man.
1 second. Hold on, Paul. Let's keep it simple. What's one thing that Tribe said that was factually incorrect?
I'm looking at him.
Nothing. It's your feelings.
I'm saying
it's your feelings, Paul.
He will be,
and it's going to be the same way, Paul. This guy in the bottom right, same exact way.
As soon as they see him, he will be arrested.
Feelings, not facts.
Well, I'm gonna be where they won't see
It's not feelings. This is all based on factual information.
It's based on
no. You still haven't told me. Hey, white man, I tried to get a job and they didn't give it to me because I'm black. Or I tried to go to the grocery store.
A CEO status today that they're not still being held back in ways that are not visible to them.
Go ahead, time to respond.
First and foremost, again, this system that you're talking about. So you're talking about they won't let us get jobs. Like what? Be a black mayor? Like sit on the Supreme Court?
Like a fucking sitting president of the United States?
Like they don't let us do what is what I'm trying to figure out.
Let's talk about the backlash that is happening in this country since we've had a black man in office.
Let me be honest.
Everything that this country is experiencing currently is due to a black man making it to the highest position of power in this nation.
I was just talking, I got cut off. But I've yet to see any black people last name Obama. But that's here or there.
right?
That is neither here nor there.
That's
That
here or
doesn't
there.
even. That's not the point.
The reason why we haven't been in office.
Hey, Tom, let him finish, bro. You got to finish his point.
I was talking first. You talking about, hey, Trav, let him talk. He interrupted me.
No. I said time.
I say
time.
He's saying let you talk. You're good. You're good. Go. Finish.
Okay, so I wanted to address the lady at the top first and foremost. First of all, I'm from Chicago. I don't just be in where white spots where it's just sundown towns. I don't know nothing about that because I don't
live in the
wait,
sundown
I'm
town.
still talking, man. I don't go there. I was in my neighborhood yesterday when I went live on 62nd and King Drive. When I'm out here kicking the bobos with the homies I grew up with, I had to put the garbage cans in the alley. And somebody asked me on my live, why are you cutting the alley off with the garbage cans? I say, because just like Charlie said, right, it's not no YT people is why I'm cutting. The YT people not about to come through the alley and start boom booming me. I'm talking, brother. Can I talk?
Just talk.
I'm
Ain't
cutting
nobody
be
cutting you
quiet
off.
then.
Just finish what you
I'm
got.
cutting my alley off. Shut up then. I'm cutting my alley off because of the people on St. Lawrence that's gonna come over here. All of these black rappers. I'm from this situation in Chicago. You put up a list of black people that was unalive around Chicago. YT people had nothing to do with it. We had a black mayor, 2 black mayors.
Lie.
We had black aldermen. No. We had black aldermen. We had a black prosecutor. So all of these brothers that went to jail and wrongfully convicted in the wrongfully convicted city in America, in Chicago, wrongfully convicted. You were convicted under Kim Fox. She's black. She's black. All these people are black.
Hey,
Why don't we have power?
Why do you think there's so much violence in the black community?
Let him land his plane, bro.
All right, hold on. I want to hear from Time. Hold on, stop. Try, relax. Just keep it quick so people could respond. We keep it fast-paced in here. Time's question is, why is there so much violence in the black community? Tribe, do you want to respond to that?
Yes. There's so much violence in the black community because black people got this thing called a black boule. That's our own people that sits on top of us and they gatekeep. And we're not the ones chosen to go wherever it is that they go. So they keep us down, just like it's a white group that keep white people down.
Where do you think they learned that from?
I'm going to land my plane right here.
Where do you think they learned that from?
Let him finish.
I'm going to land my plane right here. There's nobody more racist than a broke white man. There's nobody more victimized than a broke black man. Remember that.
You must be the broke one then.
No, I'm not victimized. I got a house. My wife is in there. My mother-in-law's here. This my surroundings. I got that. I'm from the project of Chicago. I got a house. I'm about to take my son to school. My car's outside. No white man stopped me from getting life insurance, a house. No white man stopped me from having
but it's black people outside.
No white man stopped me
from
working. No white man stopped me from nothing. I breathe every day. I'm about to enjoy my coffee on my back porch where I pay.
But you ducking in and out of alleyways.
My son ready for school. No white people stop me from anything. No white people is even attacking me in my community. Attack come from my own people. My policemen that police my area is black. I don't on 6030 King Drive. We got more black.
Why you didn't move to the white area?
I don't understand what y'all saying.
Why you didn't move to the white area?
Well, I don't gotta move to no white area. I stay around blacks.
If your own people attack you, why you don't?
I don't stay on 62nd and King Drive. I stay in a mixed area now. I was able to move out the hood.
But you said the police are black. You said the police are black.
The police are black. Boule.
So why you don't move to the area that has
again, ma'am? Again, I got my family out the hood. I'm outside the hood. You ain't listening. I go to the hood because that's where my people's at. But I'm outside the hood. You wondering why I ain't moved out? I got the money to move out, baby. I moved out.
Paula, what he fails to realize is that when they brought us over to America on ship,
they didn't bring you
race theory. That's critical race theory. I didn't come on.
That's not no critical race theory. I didn't come on. That's called our history.
That's your history.
Yeah, but does that matter to you?
They brought us over as
somebody said it don't matter where you live in Chicago. It's all
we
bad.
did not speak the same language.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Disunited.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When we landed over here, we learned to not only speak the language.
You see what critical
with Negro spirituals. We learned how to survive together. We created a community once we got over here. Now, why?
I'm sorry, but didn't like people from Ireland and people from Italy and all that speak different languages do the same thing?
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm referring to the black community. I'm talking to the black community right now.
Are you saying that
when we came over, when we were brought over as slaves, We were slaves. Let's get that right. The Irish did not come over as slaves.
You're
The
not a
English,
slave
the
now.
Italians did not come
I'm
over as
Cherokee on a
slaves.
dog
Okay,
roll. You don't gotta
Black
explain.
people were
All
brought to
right,
this
so
nation.
what is your name? Time. How has slavery affected you?
Slavery has affected me in a number of different ways.
Okay, give me one, please.
Okay, so I'm a pretty successful black man. I'm actually 26 years old. I
Wait,
have a
time.
bachelor's
How has
degree.
slavery affected you? Answer
Let
me
me get
directly.
let me get to it. I'm about to explain to you. I'm a black man, very successful. Now, part of the reason why I'm here today is because I have a very nice white friend. He's a Jewish Israeli man.
Oh, fuck me.
He showed me how to not only get a house, he taught me how to public speak. And these are not skills that are common in the black community. Not everybody
What?
is going to know how to go out and
Sorry,
buy
this
their
your
I
own
daddy.
mean,
Your
house.
you
daddy
you
failed
So
you.
sound
you're
like
saying a white person
you
helped
are
Your
you?
the
daddy
Yes.
slaver,
failed you.
bruh. You don't
Yes.
understand. This
Your
dude,
daddy
bruh.
failed you.
No, but
You're
hear
the
me
problem,
out.
dog.
Hear me out,
You're
black
it.
brothers. It's
You're
a
it.
problem that
You're
a
the
white
problem.
person even had
Your
to
daddy
I
help me
just
failed you.
don't
learn those
understand.
Davis,
things
Why do
in the
we come
first place.
around a
Davis,
white
Why
Davis,
is
man
you
that
can't,
trying to talk
Davis, you
about
can't
information
say
one of
nothing
not
us?
because
already
y'all didn't give us
prevalent
nothing to
in the
go on. So
black
you got to be
community?
quiet, bro.
The problem is that that kind of information is not prevalent in the black community. I had to find a white person who was willing enough
You
to
Your
had to
daddy
teach
failed you.
find
me
a white person.
Wait,
about
I
the
thought white
economy.
people held you down. I'm so
Your
confused
daddy
Yeah,
right
so
failed
So
now.
you.
what the
We
fuck
didn't
is
say
this guy
we didn't
thinking?
say everybody, yo, Baba. That's what I'm trying to tell Davis. Davis, you need to be quiet because y'all Gen
What,
Xers failed us, and we had to go to the white
that,
man. Y'all
what's
Gen Xers
crazy?
failed us.
Look,
What's
Y'all
here's
Oh,
the
failed
your
us.
thing.
daddy
Wait,
failed you.
You,
stop.
Yeah.
I'm so
Davis and
confused.
Tribe, y'all are
I give the
agreeing with white
world three
supremacists. Y'all
sons.
are not
Do
even
y'all notice
allowing
that we on here
yourselves to
talking
think.
about
All right,
black?
let's just start. I'm going to start over. Don't get upset that I dropped everybody. You can apply to come back up. Don't go around the app calling me a fucking racist because I dropped your ass. But I don't know. I'm confused because I believe that last person that was talking came up here and said white people consistently hold him down. But yet he went to a white person that helped him not be held down. You guys are quite confusing. And I guess if you're playing victimhood for your whole life, I guess it is difficult to kind of keep that story lined up, right? But it is what it is. That is different. That is definitely different. Um,
Hello.
what up, Sarah?
How are you? I've missed you.
I missed you, baby. Where have you been?
Well, I don't know. I just got so busy.
You're a busy girl.
I am, thankfully. It's always good to be busy. Keeps me out of trouble.
Good. I'm glad.
But I'm back.
Well, your thoughts on this conversation, love?
Well, I think the last bit really blew my mind. I think he's a paid Zionist.
Oh
Maybe
no.
I'd pay him or something to say that because he did a whole long story only to end with a white Israeli Jewish man who helped him. Bless him. So that definitely tickled me pink.
All right, let's go with Slayer. Where are you from, Slayer? Slayer, you dropped. Simon, where are you from?
I'm from England, mate.
All right, so okay, interesting. We're okay, and what brings you up?
I was really interested. Like I was listening to the conversation, the back and forth, and then you dropped everybody.
I did. I do
But
that often.
yeah, no, I'm. It's not I'm not criticizing at all. And it was just fascinating to listen to the different African American or black people. I'm not quite sure how to refer, but they were totally polarized in different directions, right? And they're fighting amongst themselves and not really understanding even
Well,
themselves.
let me give you my summary. There are two types of people. One, they play victim for shit that happened to their ancestors, or two, they take a no excuses approach, realize they live in the greatest country on the planet, and they
Yeah,
go get shit done. That's the difference.
yeah. And I just don't understand the slave card anymore. It's just doesn't work for me.
It's
It really
confusing for me
doesn't.
as well.
And also another thing that that's never that they know and that generally isn't mentioned, it was the actual African tribes that captured black men and sold them to the white men that were waiting on the boats.
Oh.
And so that's the irony of the whole slave trade.
All right, before I open it up, let me hear from Eddie, and then I'll go to she, I think it says. Eddie, where are you from, sir?
I'm in Tennessee.
All right, and what brings you up?
I've just been listening for the past hour, kind of absorbing what you guys said and kind of commenting down in the cheap seats, and I just wanted to kind of come up. There's a lot of contradictory things that have been said about a few people. So I'm just trying to bring a positive light to my opinions, and I'm just glad you brought me up, and I hope to contribute.
All right, Eddie, I appreciate you. She, where are you from?
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Sound great. Where are you from, love?
I'm from Pennsylvania, originally from New York.
Okay, and what brings you up here? Wait, first of all, are you on the good side of the state or the bad side of the state? Pittsburgh or Philly?
I'm in West Hazleton, so.
No. Okay.
I'm in the Northeast.
I got you. All right, cool. And your thoughts on this conversation?
Well, yeah, I was listening for a while now, but I just find it a little bit hypocritical. The things that they were saying. I totally agree with Cap, and I think the gentleman who was 51 years old, I think his name was Davis, I think. But I think it's all about accountability. It shouldn't. To me, it doesn't matter what race you are, as long as you go up, get out, do your job, and do what you got to do to become successful.
Amen. So the question is why do we have so many people in America playing victim for shit that happened to their ancestors? I will never understand that. And I still have not heard a good answer to that question.
Baby Daddy, real quick. I got about 2 minutes. I just want to say something real quick.
I feel like it's
Davis, if you're still here.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Let Cap go. Go, Cap.
Davis, if you're still here, I just want to commend you. I don't know. I don't understand Grenard's point when he's trying to blame you for his livelihood or him growing up. If anything, it sounds like he has some. And I'm not trying to throw any salt. It just sounds like he has some deep-seated issues with your father. But I just want to bring it to your attention. It's not Davis's fault. It's your father's fault because he made bad choices. But that has nothing to do with you. And I don't think that you should let that affect how you raise your children. The next thing I want to say is, I think it was Tribe. I also want to commend you, both of y'all. Y'all are the examples of what our community needs to strive for. Y'all almost, y'all are definitely the blueprint. But y'all are basically the foundation.
Kids, you're echoing, baby.
Could Fees mute? So I don't.
Hold on.
I know
you're echoing. Swipe out of the app and come back. Cap, go ahead, finish up.
But yeah, I just want to say I commend both of y'all. Y'all are what this community should be about: family, legacy, hardworking, accountability. I can't even stop. I just want to commend the both of them because they're not making excuses for themselves and their livelihood. But that's what I wanted to say. I'm going to dip out unless somebody had something to say. I don't want to just up and leave.
Yeah, I do.
I've got about 5 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead, Eddie.
Something about.
I just wanted to kind of reiterate what Cap was saying. I mean, I know a while back we were talking.
Wait, hold on 1 second. You don't need to reinforce what he said.
No, I'm not.
Hold on 1 second. Jannar, did you want to respond to him?
Yeah, he said something about. I was just telling Mr. 51-year-old, and he said about my dad. Of course, a lot of us black men grew up without a father down here. A lot of us. I was just telling him that I wasn't blaming him. I was asking him because he was talking about individualism, Cap, and you heard that. I was telling him that if that was so much the case, why so many kids was born out of wedlock? I was telling him that black kids are born out of wedlock. I was telling him that part of it because they didn't leave the blueprint, and then want to say, okay, well, if you guys are complaining about this, and that's why I only told him that, bro, not because you're just him, but what I'm saying is true as well.
But Gennard, future reference, when you speak, Gunnar, future reference, no disrespect, but when you speak about a generation, you really can't. You can't sit here and say y'all because he is excluded from what you're talking about.
Okay, that's what I said. I'm glad that you corrected me on that. I was telling him when he said that, I went back and I told him once again. I'm gonna still say it right now. I feel the biggest sellout in the black community were the drug dealers. That's what I was trying to get at, but I couldn't say it. I feel like in our community, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do none of that. And as far as Cap, you can look at my page. I do work in the community with the kids, bro. So, anyways,
That's great,
it
and I
doesn't
commend
matter.
you for that.
I don't care about that. I'm saying that as far as what I was telling him, just like I was telling my dad, where you said I have a problem with, of course, bro. I told him the same thing. He was a sellout because he was a drug dealer.
I think you're missing my point. My point is, no one is responsible for your success or your failure
Bro,
except you.
I'm very successful, but if you
I'm gonna
notice,
go.
I didn't lead with
I
that
gotta
though.
leave.
You did.
Have a great day.
My
All
wife
right,
make
Cap,
more
you
than
good,
you, bro.
brother.
Like we good.
Listen, a couple things. Number one, I have a conference call starting in 2 minutes, so I'm going to get off. But Snids, just so you know and everybody is aware, your account is on private. So whenever I have my other account in here accepting people up, I cannot see you because your account is private. So if you've been in the queue this whole time and you weren't let up and your account is on private, I didn't even see it because I have one of my other accounts. So just know that, Snids. Maybe message me and say, it is what it is. You wanted to say one thing. You're not even in the queue now, baby. Regardless, I have to get on a call. Follow this account. Click the link in my bio. Follow it on YouTube. I upload most of the replays there. And I might come back on after this conference call. We'll see how it goes. I love